Welcome to Trade Setup in the morning Jumpstart for the 16th of September. Uh, Good night overnight. Good session both in Europe and the US. Europe was a bit stronger, but in choppy trade, whereas the US surged overnight. We had disappointing data out in the US, which actually took the heat off a near-term rate rise. So the market took that really positive. We look at the SPY futures; they closed up 33 points. The S&P futures closed up a whopping 24 and three-quarter points. FTSE 100 closed up 50 points. The DAX followed suit, closed up 51 points. Gold finished down $8.10. Oil finished up 33 cents. CRB index was up 1.19 points, and the Aussie's roughly around the 75.15 mark. Looking now at the ASX 200 daily chart here, we can see the important zone we found was the 51.58. We were expecting some support roughly down here, that extension of that leg down, so that's the projected legs down. That zone was around the 5200. It did extend that, pushed slightly through, and we found a support zone at the 51.58, and it has since bounced off. Now we're just breaking that level there at 51.92. Just popped up there last night and just closed below it, so we'll see how that plays out today. We are obviously in well oversold territory there, so we're looking for price to come out and just edge its way higher. Has a bit of work to do. We may see that sort of pop higher, roll over, make a higher low, and then we could potentially push straight up through this 5600 mark, but we'll have to see. It's a lot of work ahead of us, and we'll see what happens in the next weeks. Drop into the smaller 30-minute time frame here on the ASX 200. We can see that action has just been grinding higher since hitting that 51.58 zone, and that downtrend we've seen over the previous few days has been well and truly broken. We found support at 52.05, and with that strong night last night in the US, it's dragged us higher up to the 52.92. So we have got a bit of resistance there. It'll be interesting to see how we do open. I'm expecting a washout either way. If the market's going to head higher, it'll wash out the lows. If it's heading lower, it'll wash out the highs first. So it'll be interesting to see which way it opens today, whether it opens strong. It's not in overbought territory at all, so there's a bit of emphasis, easy enough to wash out those lows, build a higher low, and then push higher through that 52.92. Mark's got a bit of action on the open, obviously, with the US being very strong, so we'll see what plays out today. Let's take a look now at the 1 hour Aussie dollar chart. We can see that support there at 74.36 has been holding. We're getting that divergence there with the stochastics and the price. We did get that low here, it was roughly around the 74.50 zone, and then we did spike lower over numbers, and then we retested that support zone, and that's the daily uptrend, this support level here. We did retest that, and then we've made a push-ups overnight. We did pull back, retest, made a higher low, which is really nice price action, and then continued to push higher. We've taken out that 7500 zone, so we pushed up through there. Technically, this trend down from 77.25 to the 74.36, that move down here is not over until this level is broken, 75.66. So what we could see here is just a bit of contraction, hold below that 75.66 level, and then roll over again and push, come barreling down straight through the 74.36 support level. We are in overbought territory, so we do expect the price potentially to spike higher, wash out a few trades, and then grind lower. But we do want to see, for higher prices, we need to see that overall nice little higher low build, bring in the buyers to wash out those longs. To wash out the short traders. Anyway, we'll see how that goes today. Bit of action. It's going to be a Friday, so it could be a bit more subdued than we expect. But we'll see how that goes, and we'll speak to you again on Monday. Have a good weekend.